guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. You are getting the real life Ellen this morning. I've washed my hair, waiting for it to dry before I touch it, before it goes into a total frizz ball. So, not touching it, so you get the real life crispy hair. Ellen, hey Bobby, thanks for watching. Today I am here to use these little tiny die cuts that I have left over from, they're these ones, from the, oh look, husband in the background. I have a lurker. From the Classic Garage framelits. I didn't grab the card that they're left over from though. So bear with me for 10 seconds and I'll see, and $10. I am not going to be able to put my hand on this card. Nope, I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Oh, I didn't make it that long ago. Hang on, let me see. Let's see if I can find it. If you are joining, please say hi. Oh, found the card. Leave me a comment if you are watching on the replay, and if you're watching on YouTube, please also leave me some love. Okay, so this is, hey Miss Nicole, I am using the inside bit to this to make today's card. I am going to be using the Geared Up Garage stamp set. I think I'm going to be colouring in the card. Not using the car coloured in on a card. How's that? Hey Jenny, thanks for joining. So this morning I asked some questions and Nicole participated. Thank you for that. Asking for colour combos. Now I don't, hey Gail, Nicole, I'm not sure Flirty Flamingo and Highland Heather with the Mango Melody is quite going to work. But I do have Miss Leonie left me a comment using Granny Apple Green. So this in Granny Apple Green, and someone, I'm so sorry, name's not in my head, suggested Blueberry Bushel. So, and I have all the colours that were picked are sitting off to the side. Good morning, Sherry. So I am open to all possibilities of using some Mango Melody and Lovely lipstick as well, but I'm trying to maybe keep it a bit more masculine. The Lovely lipstick may work because it's more red than it is pink. So yeah, but I do have, I'll show you the 3 colours that I am using as my starting palette. So I have Mango Melody, Blueberry Bushel and Granny Apple Green, and I've already grabbed my Granny Apple Green blends. I do need to grab my Memento ink or Poppy Parade. Yes, that'll work too, but I am a sucker for the Lovely lipstick. Thank you for sharing, Gail. I do love the Lovely lipstick. So I am going to try to, as successfully as I can, flick you guys all around so you don't need to see my wet hair. I've already had Bobby go, you're not going live with that. This morning I said, yep, it's real life. I'm going out later. I want good hair. So you girls know you get the real life me here on my lives, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If anyone came, I've been out in public in this. I've been to 2 shops. Hey Laurie, I've been to 2 shops in this today. Luckily didn't see anyone I knew. I got a text from someone I knew who was behind me, so technically I've seen someone I know, but I didn't talk to them. So yeah, but let's turn around and play with the Geared Up Garage. Yes, I have had a shower and I smell lovely. Yes, I do. That is a very true point, Jenny. Thank you for supporting that. Hello, Miss Rosalie. I know I look as attractive as you this morning, Rosalie. I will flick you guys around and be back in a sec. And try not to stuff this up. Just going to leave you looking up to the sky for a second. Well, my roof anyway. Okay. Sorry, girls. Let's see how this is working. Hooray! What I would like to do, if you get seasick, look away now. Right, that's even better for me, I think. Now, my house is all quiet today. Hey, Joyce, thanks for joining. There we go. Right, turn off. Okay, lights turned off so we won't get any shadows. Just going to try and tighten this up. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for joining. Right, we've only got shadows from over here, but we cannot do anything about those. Right. Now, before we start and I get parched, I am going to have a swig of water. Hello, Betty. Hello, Rose. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So, I swear I have more pieces than this. Where have they gone? Maybe I didn't have more pieces than that. Right, we're just going to have to make this work. So these are the spare pieces that we're using, but I do have an idea. But first of all, I'm going to colour my car. So I have my gorgeous car. And now this is a cling stamp, so it's going to cling really nicely to my block. I barely put any pressure on that. Since I'm using blends, I will need a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I do, see, I've been playing. I'll flick this over. Memento ink, thank you for sharing, Betty. Oh God, I'm on a horrid angle. Hold on. A horrid angle. Move this back a touch. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, so got my Memento Tuxedo black ink. Now this, because I am using our Stampin' blends, this will be absolutely perfect because it won't bleed. Now I have used, I have successfully and unsuccessfully used our normal dye inks to stamp with and colour with our Stampin' blends. Look at that, such a beautiful crisp image. I was trying to get a really bold image on the tyres, and I'm glad that worked for me. I have been able to colour with our normal dye inks with the blends. It just depends. Okay, stamp all clean. I have a sort of clean and a dirty chamois here. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. Just doing some colouring and using some leftover bits for a card this morning. I've been busy on Friday and Saturday because we're Sunday here in Australia. Hello from the future. Wrong end. I think I've made about 7 cards in the last 2 days. I've been a busy beaver. I've got a class next weekend doing a stamper stack, so I wanted to design some cards for that, but I will definitely show you those in the coming weeks. Okay, so sorry, I'm umming a lot today. We have our dark and our light. Now how I like to colour in is starting with the dark. Now I'm going to leave the grill and the windows alone. Sorry. Oh, no. Sorry, I just got interrupted there. So tell me how my focus is going. Just going to restart this and see how we're traveling. So I start with the dark and then blend out with the light. Thank you, girls. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened. So the good thing is with this image, it does show you where it is going to be dark.
It's okay.
Oh, thank you, Siri, for telling me it's okay to be sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go along all these bits. Now, I'm not a huge stickler for in the lines. I do not have steady enough hands for that. But what I do like going along is the lines in here. So I've gone over all those dark places, focused here, great. So now what I'm going to do fairly quickly is go along with our light. Now if I do go out of the lines too badly, I do have our colourless blender which I can go back in. So here you'll see it the most on the doors. I just go along in a circle, just trying to blend those lines. Now it does take a little bit of effort, but it's not too bad colouring. Now I'm trying not to get my head in the way here. Who doesn't love a green Mustang? Green cars, especially this lime colour green, or as we call it, granny apple, always do catch my eye out on the road. And I do have a teenage son that goes, "Oh, Mum, look at that car." Such a car lover. And then I'll go, "What car?" And it's already like 5 minutes down the road. Just a very light touch on the roof because it's so thin and skinny. Okay, now any areas that aren't blended like I want, or I want to darken up, like this door handle, I'm just going to go in with the dark and just darken that up. Thinking I may want to make these bits just a touch darker. So I like to start with the base and then I go in and build up the colour as I feel I need to. Now I know this bumper in real life is normally silver, but I have gone over it, so normally chrome. But I will just go over it. So it's a tad patchy here, I find anyway. So I'm just going to just go over circular lines. I'm not too particular. It's not as if it's a skin tone or anything like that. I do like that the roof is a touch lighter. Now I have gone out of the lines in a few places. I'll show you how to fix that. Just grab my box of, I need to grab out a grey too. So I do have my, now this official name of this is called the Colour Lifter marker. I always call it by the wrong name. And the other color I want is Smoky Slate. So that's my light and my dark Smoky Slate. And I do want a very light blue. Pool Party Light for the windows is going to work perfectly. So I just keep them in a big box together because that works for me. So just going to, the color lifter, even though it's called a color lifter, the way it works is it actually pushes the color deeper into the fibers of the paper. There is an element of lifting color, but what it really does is, and I'll show you, is it pushes the color deeper into the fiber. So just a little bit of tidy up because it's mostly with my light Granny Apple Green. It's not too bad, just a touch with the dark here. And just along here. Look, it doesn't get rid of it completely, but it certainly camouflages it just a touch. Okay, right, so that is neatened up. Now I think for the moment I'm going to close up my two Granny Apple Greens. Now, how many of you have Stampin' Blends and don't use them? Or don't know how to use them? Be honest. Now, I've gone the bullet end here just to have a touch more control. So I'm just making this dark. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this bumper even darker by putting dark Smoky Slate over it. That just changes the colour just a touch. I like that. And if you're worried about any colour transferring, you can just, you've not used them. Okay, are you scared about using them, or just curious? Because I mean, I just get in and use them, but I know a lot of people are quite intimidated by them. I just get in and play and put dark in the dark and blend out with the light. Now I am going to lighten these up. Going to pop grey for the mags. God, I do live with a child who loves cars, don't I? Okay, awesome. And I'm going to add some reflection. Morning, Karen. Just colouring in, having some fun on a Sunday morning. So where these reflections are here, I'm going in with the colour lifter, and this is going to push the colour in and create a light spot. So then it just adds that dimension. I'll show you in a second. So there is no colour there, which is great. Now to go in, now I'm just going to try and hit the, oh, do you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the side mirror. Would the side mirror be, yes, the side mirror would be chrome. So I'm thinking I will go in with my dark, because let's be honest, this is an old-fashioned car and they had different colors. We had more chrome than what we have paint. Okay, for the mirrors, I just want to add, because glass does give you off that that blue hue. So I'm just going in with slight bit of blue, and then I'm going to blend that out with the colour lifter, and that is going to lighten it off by pushing it deeper into the cardstock, but it just makes it so it's not white, because there will, when I cut it out, there will be white around. Okay, I think I'm happy, although in the air inlet here I would like it just a touch lighter. So this is where I can go in and add highlights. Even though they're not showing, it is an air inlet, so I could have it darker or lighter, but in this case I do want it just a touch lighter. So I'm just going along with this and just adding like a reflection line. Okay, I will show you the headlights up nice and close, because I think I am finished. So you can see that in the headlights you've just got that very light grey. I'm just waiting for my feed to catch up. Yes, you can see it, and you can see down the door you've just got that lighter colour. So that was fairly simple colouring. I certainly didn't do anything special. I was just mindful of where the light and the dark places are, and just by putting that reflection in the... Yeah, thank you, Rose. Okay, so I am going to put all of these away. Ooh. Only because we don't, my desk is not in craft-a-lunch mode like it was the other day. I have put some things away. Hello, Beverly. Thank you for joining. I think it's been a while since I saw you, Beverly. Oh, I didn't put my colour swatches in, of course. Okay, now I just need to find out where I have put the dies so I can cut out the car. Now, I don't think I'm going to be using, here's the dies. So these are the Garage Gears Thinlits. I'm just going to be keeping this card really simple since I've got this shape. I don't think I want to use any of the gears. I definitely do want to cut out the car. Although, knowing me, I will make it a bit. So that cuts out the car. So bring over my Big Shot and we'll see how this one goes. Oh, before I do that, I want to show you, you can see on the back where I've coloured and where I've gone darker and lighter. And surprising, those words haven't come through at all. Where I stamped yesterday on the other side. You can tell I got the doggy set. Oh, sorry guys, totally bumped you there. I will fix myself up in just a second. Now, this, since I've coloured it so beautifully, I don't want to stuff this cutting out up. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so what I do, I put my top plate in on an angle and then I press it down, and so the die doesn't move, because that would be the worst thing we could have happen, and I might cry, and no one needs to hear or see me cry. Okay, there we go, one perfectly cut Mustang. as my son reliably informs me. Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for sharing. I truly appreciate it. Do you guys realize how many people have liked my page just because of you girls sharing? I really am appreciative of that. Yeah. Hey, Chrissy, how are you today? Right. Okay, that is on there. That can go over there with the burgeoning crafterlanche. So what I think I want to do at this stage is see if I have... I think I'm going to go a mango medley card base. Keep it nice and bright, and then popping these on top will create a faux embossed look. Now we are totally off again. Sorry, because I bumped us. And focus again. Oh God, I just did it again. Can't take me anywhere. Right. Okay. So what time is it, US peeps? Is it early evening or late evening? Well, I suppose it depends on where you are in the country, because haven't you guys got like 5 or 6 time zones? Okay. Okay, right. Now, I'm imagining the car going in this bottom corner. So, by popping these, do you know what? Let's grab glue and go for it. Just go for it. 7:40. Oh, okay, not too bad. Early evening, Saturday, I'm assuming. Okay, I'm just going to go for this, and we're just going to make it work, aren't we? I just put that there to use it, and I'm not using it. Okay. Oh, I did have more than what I anticipated. Okay. Right, I'm just sticking and plonking, and we will see how this turns out. Whether I do it actually, you know, I might do a whole, maybe. I haven't got too many of these, although I swear I had more, but I may have been just imagining that I had more. So just creating this really is a faux emboss look using my leftovers. Like these are leftovers from cards that I made a couple of weeks ago with you girls. So I'm not using anything. You could certainly cut these out yourself if you wanted, but I'm certainly not using anything that I've made beforehand. So that's going to create a bit of a, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, and I'm actually going to pull this one up because the car is going to cover right there, and I will put this one, okay, right. This is a glue stand that a friend of mine locally made. I'd seen another demonstrator had used one, and I went, oh, that's good. And the postage was a bit horrendous in my area, so I asked him, he's a 3D printer, I asked him if he could make some for me, and he did. It's just a cylinder with a closed bottom and it fits my glue in it perfectly. His business name is Central Coast 3D Printing if you're in Australia, but it is just a Tombow glue holder. So it just works well when I'm using the glue, concentrating, using the glue quite a bit, and I want that glue right on the end. So I'm just going to use my offcut. I'm going to use everything. Going to use my offcut right here. There you go. 2 for the price of 1. So having it going off the edge just gives it that more organic look, where if everything's encased within the card, it sometimes doesn't work. Okay, right, there we go. Now, dimensionals. If you were my dimensionals and you didn't put me away yesterday, you would be in this bucket beside me. And just in case I need the mini ones. Right, might need the mini ones for the wheels. We'll see how we go. Okay, oh no, maybe not. You can see how busy I have been crafting, because the other day on my video I had only just started using this piece. Right there. Now I'm not going to be shy with my dimensionals here. I've just realised my jeans are rubbing against my chair, making not very flattering noises. Oh well. Okay, now I'm not gluing this down yet, but I wanted to have the dimension on it. Perfect. Right. Now, I wouldn't mind coming in with, now this was my original colour palette, so I've used the Mango Melody, I've used a Granny Apple Green. I wouldn't mind coming in with the Blueberry Bushel, and so we're going a bit of a masculine card. I'm thinking, do I make it a birthday card? Right, now, where's the stamp set? It's under here. So, all geared up to celebrate woodwork. I just don't know where I would stamp it or put it. Ah, see, these are so sticky, girls. Would I want to put that there? I'm also thinking, do I need... Restarting your computer. Apparently I'm getting an update on my computer. Tell me what you think of this. And obviously this will be in the Blueberry Bushel, and if I stuff it up I can always cover it up. But what do we think? I'm thinking I want another layer, but I'm not sure what. I think I have an idea. Can you guess what I'm thinking? what am I going to use as a layer? Thinking maybe a piece of vellum under this car in maybe, it's going to be too small, but I think the other one's going to be too big. Ha! Rose got it. Rose, you know me way too well. Way, way, way too well. Now just, do we like this sentiment though? If I use it, am I covering up too much of that background? Look, I can only cut it and see. Let's go. Yes, okay, right. I am, before this gets any more dusty, I am going to pop that there. That can sit on that ink pad until I work out this situation. Okay, my vellum. Do I have... Okay. I am using this piece. Bringing back over my big shot. I'm just going to do this slightly off to the side here. Oh my God. Keep on knocking you guys left, right and centre today. And I've got a kamikaze. Our card just fell on the floor. Are we surprised? Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. Okay. Oh, that doesn't cover it up at all, actually. Put this way, put that up there. Okay. Let's see if we can. I can't pick up the car. Just bear with me a second. Ha, got it. Right. So, the question is, does the vellum add or take away? Okay. There we go. What do we think of that? California. Was it sunny California today? Okay. Popping my cardstocks back where they belong while I try and find something. I had a stamping piece of paper here. I used it all day yesterday. And do you think I can find it? Ha, over here. So here's a bit of a sneak peek of what I've been playing with. Looks good. No rain, snow and wind. Wow. I was hoping you might have some winter sun. We're having a mild day today. So here's just a bit of a look at what I've been playing with. If you can recognise any of these stamps that I've stamped off. Okay. going to take these away, otherwise I'm going to get ink all over them. Okay. Okay. I've done my test runs. Let's see how this turns out. Not too shabby. Okay. Not too shabby. I think we'll keep that. The all is a bit too close, but I didn't want the Celebrate to go over. So let's just leave that like that. Okay, I'm going to pop some snail. Pop some snail right there for our vellum. I'm going to center this up here. Now it doesn't matter that we can see all this glue through the vellum because we're going to pop the car onto it. And I can't believe how quickly, hey Renee, I can't believe how quickly this car has come together. I am quite shocked. I sort of had a bit of an idea in my head, but I was really flying by the seat of my pants. Quite impressed. So, has my easy colouring, those that were here when I was colouring, has it made you less fearful of the Stampin' blends to show you how easily everything blends together? And do you know what? I am also going to grab out my blends again and going to put some road or some colour on the vellum under the car. Possibly should have done it before I stuck it down, but you know, these things happen. Now, I'm going to clean my stamp and put them away, and then I will add that finishing touch. Because I just have this out on my desk, I am going to just quickly clean off with that. I do generally use for my red rubber stamps the Stampin' Scrub, but when I've got this easily accessible, I do that. Now, just to show you, glue, cap my glue now that we're definitely finished with that. I love that I show you guys the cleaning up process. So I have my take a take your pick tool. Now what I do, I use this to get up the corner of our cling stamps to grab that off, and then it would have been easier if I had this all ready to rock and roll in the first place. And then I do store them on the sticker sheet just so they come off easier, and I don't do that whole trying to pick the edge out of the case as well. And I just use this spatula end, just slide it under, grab a corner and just slowly peel it off. Otherwise there is a risk you can rip the rubber, so just slow and steady. I pop it back on here, and that is that stamp set done. Blocks over to the side here. Pick up more things off the floor. Surprise, surprise. Okay, and I need down my blends that I can only just reach. No, stand up. So I like to ground objects, which is why I'm grabbing my Stampin' blends again. This will be very subtle because the vellum is, it's not white, it's opaque. But I am going to grab, now we just had it out, I am going to use the dark smoky slate, and just going to go, not the bullet end, okay, and try not to get it on the cardstock underneath. So you can just see I just added a bit of road, just a touch of road, and it just grounds it, makes it look as though it's not floating in the air. So sticker, knew I was missing something. Then I will show you a close-up of the finished card. So the supplies I've used Get Up Garage, the whole bundle. I have used my offcuts from this middle piece on another card, and we cut it out using the tree, the framelit for the car. The colours I have used are Blueberry Bushel, Granny Apple Green and Mango Melody. Thank you to all your help in grabbing those colours for me earlier. Just trying to, and the blends markers I have used. I can't find one. Here we go. Okay, so the blends markers I have used. I've used Dark and Light Smoky Slate. I have used Dark and Light Granny Apple Green. I used Light Pool Party for the windows, and I used the Colour Lifter. So fairly minimal supplies, not too bad, not too bad. So let's give you a close-up of the card. Very simple with the faux embossed background there. So I do hope you enjoyed my card today, and I inspired you to do some simple colouring with your blends. Hopefully I will be back. I do have my leftover bits from the Florentine. I've still got a couple of bits and bobs I want to use up. So I should be back. I definitely won't be back on Monday, but let's make a date for Tuesday. Thank you, Donna. Sorry, Donna, didn't see you pop in there. But yeah, let's make a date for Tuesday, and I may actually play with a punch. So I have some punched out pieces, and I'm going to play with the punch and the rectangle framelits because this card has been in my head for a while. Thank you guys for joining me and making this card. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back on Tuesday my time, which will be Monday for most of you, and we will make another card together. Please make sure you say hi, Donna. I know you've snuck in a couple of times. I will have a great day heading over to my friends later. So yeah, it'll be a lovely afternoon because it's such beautiful weather here today. Not stifling hot as it has been. So keep warm if you guys are in the US going through this cold snap. Keep cool if you're in Australia. And please, if you want to buy these products, head over to my store or drop me a line and I will be able to help you out. Have a great day. Bye.